record this too. All right, good. Well, I want to welcome everybody. My name's Clint. I'm the co-founder along with my good friend Frank Hester. The creation of Coinpressions and Coinpressions 2 has been a real journey to help you and our community to get some fantastic advertising value along with an incredible income opportunity. Now, what we're going to talk about here today is how a single one-time purchase can generate exploding residual income. And one of the things that Frank and I talk about all the time is how there seems to be, I don't know, a precedence or whatever within this industry to join $5 and $10 and $20 programs and try and market and jump into something else and jump into something else. And it always just baffles us. Why don't you just build once, okay? And that's what we're going to focus on here. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have other, programs you're working on, etc. But if you look at Coinpressions as kind of your blue chip, is the thing that you're going to market, you only have to build once. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to create residual income without that overhang of, oh, gee, I've got a payment due in another 10 days or so. We're going to show you how to get on what we like to call house money so that you can get to a point where you're going to change your life, okay, in a small way, a big way, or even perhaps generationally with a solid recurring income. Again, something you build once and keep earning over and over again. And one of the things that Frank and I are just finishing up here over the next week or two is to create a simple system that allows you to share a very short video, generally on social media, with your friends, people that you know in this industry. And this is the key. Allow us to do the introducing, the teaching, the training, and the explaining. Okay? I'm sure there's many on this call that are as good or better at sales than Frank and I, but the bottom line is most people don't want to do that. And we've got a lot of experience in this industry, and so we want to take that experience and put it to work for you, okay? This system, as you're going to see over the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, is very simple, very powerful, and very leveraged, and it's our job to help you make that as simple as possible in your marketing efforts. And if you think about it, honest to goodness, okay, stop, just kind of put out of your mind for a minute all these Ponzi schemes that promise you can make money doing nothing, or, basically I call them black box programs. All right, put money into the black box and money comes out. Folks, that's a sure way to disaster, okay? And so isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to share a simple system that is totally transparent, that makes sense, has a value proposition where you can build a 3, 4, or even a 5-figure residual income? We think it makes sense, and if you agree, you're the type of person we'd like to have in our community. So let's talk about this, all right? The $99 fast track, it truly is simple. Now let's cut down to the chase and talk about Coinpressions and Coinpressions 2. And I realize I've got a little grammatical error there, so what are Coinpressions and Coinpressions 2? Let's begin to describe these. Now, Coinpressions and Coinpressions 2 are interconnected sister sites. Now, when I say interconnected, I truly mean interconnected. When you join one, you're auto-joined into the other, all right? Your referrals follow you. If they're joined into one, they join into the other, okay? That keeps sponsorship protocol in great position, and it's something, again, we've got a whole bunch of experience in this industry, and we always look at these programs at the Coinpressions community from the perspective of our members. We look at it, we like to call it member-centric. We look at it from your perspective. Now, this is an incredible advertising income community, okay, that provides some top-notch advertising. Now, I just want to kind of touch on this again on the interconnectivity. That means you can transfer money between the two programs. You can also transfer it to other members within the community to help. This is a community, and we want to make it as simple as possible for you and your team to be successful. Now, one of the things, and we're going to get into the math details, and those of you that know me know I love spreadsheets, I love leverage and compensation plans, but Frank and I are also about value. Okay, so when you spend your hard-earned money to buy advertising in the community here, you're getting value. Now, Coinpressions 2 together have delivered over 4 million advertising impressions, and the over 7,000 members have clicked on nearly 80,000 of these ads. Now, I want to be very, very clear, because you're probably a member of many different programs. Coinpressions is absolutely not an incentivized click. So when people click on your ads, folks, that means they're interested. They don't get extra credits, they don't get extra bonuses, nothing. So that means that 7,192 clicks have been generated, 78,000 clicks have been by people saying, I'm interested in what you have to offer. That's nearly a 2% click-through rate, or CTR, which is nearly 10 times the industry average of 0.25%. All right, so value, fundamental value is one of the keys, because if we can deliver value, and we are, people are going to want the product, and the income becomes a big part, but it's not the only part. All right, that's very important. Now let's talk about the differences and the similarities between Coinpressions and Coinpressions 2. Coinpressions, residual advertising. Okay, this is where you're going to build your recurring income. And this is super important to understand. And I'm going to say it again, folks. We need to help you. We need to work together to break away from this, I kind of call it the ADD, or the 4-year-old hopped up on sugar concept of jumping from program to program. Okay, trust me, I like to have different things going on. If I see something, I like to maybe play it a little bit, but you need a home base. That's here. Build once, earn forever, within reason. Okay, and that's where the residual income of Coinpressions comes in. And we're going to show you how we've made it simple to break even and get onto house money, and how you have even less to worry about, i.e. a recurring payment dangling over your head. So Coinpressions is your recurring income. Fast break even, 2 direct referrals, and your cost is covered. Now, Coinpressions is a one-time purchase with 5 different purchase levels and multiple entry levels. This is where you're going to kind of build some income on the side, okay? We're going to show you this all in, the $99 fast track, and that's what we're focusing on. I mean, we want to work with professionals like you who say, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to make a change in my life, and we're going to take this simple system and duplicate it. But there are some people that can't quite jump at that 99, and so you're going to be able to earn income from people that come in at the lower levels, all right? Now, again, what we're talking about with a $99 residual fast track is a simple concept where a single purchase of just a little tiny below $100 can generate hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars of residual income. The other piece that I want to make abundantly clear that we're very proud of is what I like to call compensation plan diversification, okay? My background is as a financial planner, venture capitalist, and I've always liked diversification. And so all in one program at Coinpressions, you get diversified compensation plans. So if you're a great recruiter, the system is good for you. If you need some help with spillover, there's another piece to the puzzle that helps you. All right, so there's always something going along. But the bottom line is, folks, you honestly can build once and keep earning with the same team. How nice would that be to stay on the same program with a trusted admin? And Frank absolutely does that. He cares like your Uncle Frank. All right, he worries about it. He'll text me in the afternoon or call me on the way home from where he's out saying, hey, I've got another new idea. Folks, he thinks about this program maybe more than you, okay? And so that's a neat admin to have. The key is just build once, all right? Now, again, let's review, and then we'll move along. Coinpressions, one-time purchase. We've got 5 different entry levels. We'll talk about that in a second. And when you purchase, you're done. Coinpressions is a quarterly recurring subscription, and we're going to talk about this in just a minute, okay? Let's talk first about Coinpressions 2. Again, one-time purchase. There are 5 purchase price points, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32, all right? Each of these purchases enters you into a fast-moving 2x2. And I'm going to show you that in just a second, how simple this is to make money. I also want to remind you that the way this system is structured, that every single $2 purchase can generate $104 plus 27 $2 reentries, each of which can earn $104 and another 27 reentries. The math is astounding, and you'll see some of our advertisements out there talking about an exploding matrix. That's why, because a $2 purchase through some referrals and duplication can truly explode and continue to explode. Now, the $99 residual fast track, which is the feature of this webinar today, folks, contemplates an all-in purchase. You're going to buy all 5 of those packages, and I'm going to show you real quickly here how simple it is to get to break even, get on house money, and put your money back in your pocket. Now, for those of you that aren't quite familiar, and also kind of talk about some of the details, there's my little fancy-dancy laser pointer. A 2x2 matrix, folks, is very simple. There are only 6 positions, and every time you cycle, you get paid reentries and paid to the next level, and along with some cash. Also, I want to point out, you get a 25% matrix matched. So when you earn, I know it's not a lot of money, but when you earn 40 cents, your sponsor is going to make 10 cents. Now, that's not a lot of money, folks, but remember, we've got dozens, hundreds, eventually thousands of these positions that are going to be generating income and providing matches for you. Now, each of these matrices, once you cycle through, pays you into the next. And every time you cycle one of these matrices, you get reentries back at the bottom. It's a push from the bottom system. Everybody helping everybody else within the system. Now, another thing that Frank has done that I think is so cool, he's always worried about how can he put money into your pocket faster. Most 2x2s, folks, contemplate paying you once you've filled all 6 positions. Here at the Coinpressions 2 system, you get paid when someone lands on your 2nd level. Not your 1st, but your 2nd, all right? That puts money in your pocket faster. So what you want to do, and I've had some people go, oh my gosh, I got a notification saying I cycled. I logged in and there was all kinds of money that I'd made, because we don't send out notices when you earn, only when you cycle. So pop in every once in a while. You might be surprised at seeing some money in there, okay? Now, one of the things to look at is as the matrices, as you move up the matrices from the 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16, the commissions you earn, the bonuses you get at the lower levels increase. And what Frank has done here, folks, is pushed a little bit of money, all right, pushes a little extra money into this top matrix. So every time you get someone on your 2nd level in the trader matrix, you're going to get $20. Guess what? Your sponsor is going to get a $5 match. Now imagine that you've got 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, 50, 100 referrals, all pushing through the system, all generating $20 commissions, and every time they do, you get a $5 bonus, okay? So it's really exciting. This is a one-time purchase and allows you to earn over and over and over again, all right? Now, let's get on to the residual side, okay? This is Coinpressions. Coinpressions is a 3x10 personally forced matrix. Now, I emphasize that word personally because that means your directs and their directs and their directs are always in your downline. The other type of matrix is a company forced matrix, and that basically means everybody joins through a top position and your people probably won't be below you. Makes no sense. We would never do anything like that, but there are companies out there that twist it so that they're having you promote their matrix, which doesn't make any sense. Your referrals are always in your downline. Now, the compensation plan rocks. What Frank has done is pushed all kinds of money up to the top, but still has left money in the lower levels to have a huge upside. The key is to get to the ultimate break even. The longest journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And our single step here, one of the first single steps, is to get to break even, get on house money. So when every single direct referral you have is going to pay you $10 when they purchase, and every renewal, no limits, okay? Plus, you'll be paid $10 for every person on your 1st level, which is a maximum of 3. Now, the most important feature here is 2 direct referrals and your cost is covered, okay? Now, this is a quarterly subscription of $40. Now we're going to show you the 99 residual fast track system. Now, again, simple, simple, simple. Here's how this breaks down. Where does this $99 come from? Where does it go? First of all, the $99, as we mentioned before, is the all-in at Coinpressions, which is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, okay? And the $40 at Coinpressions. Now you're going to say, wait a minute, that's more than 99. Hang on, I'll show you what's happening. It's pretty cool. Now we'll show you how to get on house money and how you'll be able to earn from those joining in following you, even if they don't come in at the $99 level. Now, let's take a little bit of fun. I mentioned before I'm kind of a spreadsheet guy, and I like to think and be able to see the power of duplication going. Now let's take a look here. All right, what did I mention before? It only takes 2. That should be your focus. How can I get 2 referrals of people that are serious about changing their life, serious about finally creating a residual income? By making 2 referrals, that happens. And I'm going to show you how a simple duplication can make that happen. 2 get 2 down just 6 levels, folks. You'll be generating about $500 a quarter. Now, again, is that going to change your life? Are you going to quit your second job? Are you going to be able to stop driving for Lyft or Uber? Probably not. But it gets you started, okay? But what I want to show you here, all right, is the power of a little bit more effort. If you get 2 direct referrals, you were looking at $500 a quarter. By increasing your sales by just 50%, you increase your earnings by a factor of 10. Now, folks, I guarantee you that if your life depended on it, all right, if you absolutely had to find 3 people that have $99 that want to change their lives, I know you could do it. Not in 3 months, not in 3 weeks, but probably 3 days. And that's what we're looking for, is the superstars out there to really grasp this and see the potential. Because with just a tiny little bit of effort, you're looking at $5 grand a quarter, which is around $1,600 a month. Now we're starting to talk about some serious do-re-mi. You might be able to stop driving for Lyft. You might be able to not have that second job. Maybe put some more money towards the kids' college or the grandkids' college. Maybe you can start putting away for that vacation home. $5 grand a quarter, folks, is really, really something special. But we didn't talk about a 3x6 matrix. We talked about a 3x10 matrix. And this is where the doors get blown off. Because, folks, we move from the simple little $500 a quarter to $5 grand a quarter to $150,000 a quarter, which is 50 grand a month. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do this, but oftentimes reaching a goal is attained by focusing on the steps, one step at a time. And if you do your job, make your 2 sales, push out and get 3, help your team. And you know what help your team means? Basically, it means encourage them to join the Facebook group. All right, come to the webinars, jot down questions and ask questions. Be engaged in the community. That's what this is all about. But I don't know about you folks, but we're talking about $5 grand with just a little tiny team of a little over 1,000 and $150,000 every quarter, on and on and on. Now that's fun to talk about the big picture. How are we going to start? What do you need to do, and how do we get there, and how does this all work? So let's take a look at this. All right, the residual fast track is comprised of the Coinpressions 2 and Coinpressions. So Coinpressions 2 is 5 2x2 matrices with massive re-entries. The purchase price points are here. And here's the beauty. When you duplicate the 2 get 2, you earn your $104 in cash back into your pocket. And you can do this over and over and over again. Remember when I talked to you about compensation diversification? We've all been in matrix programs, and it's exciting to get started. But once you get rolling, you know, you're only making $1 per new person that comes in because it only pays $1 on that level, or whatever the case may be. By focusing on the residual fast track, every time 2 gets 2, you're going to get another $104, plus you're building your matrix. This is what makes this really cool. Now, let me explain to you why the math is so brilliant, okay? And that's the fact. We'll take 3 steps here to show you exactly what we're talking about. Step 1 is to purchase the all-in. That's $62 at CP2, the Coinpressions $40, and a lifetime co-op. You've probably seen the little yellow note at the end of each slide talking about the co-op. We'll describe that in a little bit more. Now, wait a minute. You might used to be saying, Clint, you seem like a nice fellow, but you can't add. 62 plus 40 plus 5 is $107. You keep talking about $99. Guess what? What Frank is doing, folks, for those of you that are committed, as much as he is committed to your success, he's going to discount that. And he's actually going to pay a little bit of the combined package and all of the lifetime co-op. So when you purchase all in, you're paid for life at Coinpressions 2. You're paid your first quarter so at Coinpressions. So you make your first purchase. You have no recurring subscription for 90 days, and you get a bonus $5 lifetime co-op. Pretty cool, all right? Now, step 2. Watch how simple this is. And remember the diversified compensation plan, all right? Step 2, refer to people, all right? When you do this, you now are covered for your second quarter at Coinpressions, okay? You made a couple of extra dollars, but the key is you now have made money to cover. Now you've got 6 full months to really build your business and not having that sort of Damocles, that subscription hanging over your head, okay? So step 3, this is where it gets really cool, because step 3 is to get 2. That's when you earn your $104 back, physically back in your pocket. You're now on house money. Okay, you earn actually an additional $4 in cash at Coinpressions, plus the $40, but $4 in cash. And here's the fun part. Your matrices start to explode, because with the 2 get 2 all in at the $99 level, you've got 27 $2 re-entries at CP2 that can generate another $104 each. And each of those can generate 27 re-entries, and it's unending, all right? There's no limit to the re-entries. There's no limit to how many times you can cycle. It's absolutely unbelievable. So let's think about that. 3 simple steps. Purchase, refer to, help those 2 get 2. And help means plug them into the system, okay? Because now you're on house money, and that's what makes it cool. Now, some of you may be thinking, Clint, this is fantastic. Why in the world are you doing this quarterly rather than monthly? Well, Frank, myself, and our programmer, between the 3 of us, we probably have over 50 years of experience in the industry. And one thing we know for sure is that people just lack a whole heck of a lot of self-confidence. And so if they don't understand that you have to invest in a business, let me ask you a question. If you spent, and I don't know what it is, $250,000, $300,000 to open up a McDonald's, maybe it's $150 for a Subway sandwich shop. Do you expect to start making net profit and get your money back the next month? Of course not. I think the amortization of a lot of these franchise stores is 1 and 2 and 3 years, okay? And so all we're saying is commit yourself to 6 months, 9 months, all right, a year, because we've stretched out the time that you have to make that next purchase. As much as we talk about this, most people, 80, 90, 95% of people that join a monthly program will drop out if their next subscription isn't covered with commissions. Well, the reason that we've decided to back up to quarterly is because we want your efforts to be used to build, not to replace. And if people are going to drop out after a month, we don't want them, all right? And so here's the deal, is that this is designed to be, it only takes 2 to break even. And by following the $99 residual fast track, we put ourselves in a position where you're building up this buffer. So it's going to get to the point where you don't even think about your recurring subscription, which is internal, because there's always money flowing into it, refilling it. Okay? So the fun thing is, it just takes 2. And remember, Coinpressions 2 actually acts as an internal feeder. You're going to be making little commissions here. As I said, 40 cents and a 10-cent match and a $20 top-end matrix and a $5 match. All these things are happening as part of your diversified portfolio. All the time you're building recurring income in your matrix. Okay? So doesn't it make sense to have a logical, growing quarterly income better than a monthly income that sees massive attrition? That's what we want to do, okay? Help you build that recurring income that you know is going to be there quarter after quarter after quarter. And one thing parenthetically, when I talk about quarterly, that's your purchase. Keep in mind, you're going to be bringing referrals in, you're going to get some spillover. They're going to be paying quarterly too. So it's not like you have to wait 90 days to get paid. You're going to get paid every 90 days at different intervals, okay? So there's always, if you're active and you're building, you should be seeing money coming in on a regular basis, okay? Now wait a minute. We've talked about the lifetime co-op. What in the world is that? Well, the co-op, folks, is an optional $5 lifetime purchase, which puts you into a company-wide rotator and allows you to get leads and signups through that rotator. Now, the purpose of this primarily is the worldwide branding of Coinpressions, okay, and the residual fast track. Will you get referrals? Yes. Can you sit back for $5 and expect the system to do the work? Absolutely not, okay? Just look at this as one more tiny piece to the puzzle. Now, the cool thing about this is optional. You can purchase this, or if you come all in, buy all 5 levels in the Coinpressions 2, purchase the Coinpressions itself, the $40 quarterly, then Frank is going to pick that up and pay the lifetime ad co-op for you. How cool is that? All right, so that pretty much is it. I kind of think the lifetime co-op is the bow that ties this whole thing together. It's kind of exciting. We've already gotten good results. Frank, probably about every day or every other day, sends me a text or a Skype message saying, I can't believe it. We got another 6 signups, 10 signups, etc. So, you know, really, 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 you know, good fun stuff. Okay. So I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Those of you listening to this as a recording, thank you so much. Please attend the meetings live. Those of you in the room, hang out. We'd like to take some questions. Those of you on the recording, thanks a million.